Hola mis amigos, ¿cómo están? Si aún no me conocen, soy Kyle y aquí en mi canal Pescando Inglés la misión es siempre traerles inglés real y comprensible que pueden entender. Así que si quieren aprender inglés en la manera más eficiente y natural, suscríbanles hoy. Hoy voy a hablar sobre mis experiencias pescando y sí tengo unas historias sobre eso. Tengo 1000 historias para compartir con ustedes. Hoy voy a hablar sobre pesca. Este video está dedicado a John Freddy Sevillano. Este video es para ti, mi amigo. Muchísimas gracias por tu apoyo. Empecemos. Hello, everybody. Hello. Today, I am going to talk about fishing. About fishing, okay? I'm going to tell you guys what I know about fishing, how I like to go fishing, and some experiences from my past that I've had with fishing, okay? Some interesting things I've done. So, I have been fishing since I was very, very little, but not like John. John, the way that you fish is different, okay? You use nets. I've seen you use nets in your videos, and I think that is really cool. I would love to try that out one day, okay? But I do not know how to fish that way. I never did that in my past, but I would like to in the future. So, the way that I have always fished is with a fishing pole, okay? With a hook, and with a worm, or a minnow, okay? So, when I was little, cuando era muy joven, my dad, mi padre, my dad taught me how to fish, okay? My dad taught me how to fish. He taught me how to fish, how to catch a fish, how to catch a fish, how to clean one, como limpiarlo después de cacharlo, okay? He taught me how to clean them, how to cook them, how to cook them, okay? My dad taught me how to fish when I was little. So we would go, me and my dad, we would go to a little lake, okay? Un lago pequeño. We would go to a little lake by my house and fish for little fish called bluegill, okay? Bluegills. We would catch a bunch of bluegills, and bluegills they're not very big, maybe the size of your hand, okay? And but they taste good. They are good to eat, okay? So we would go and catch bluegills, and then my dad taught me how to cut them up and cook them to eat them, okay? Bluegills, they taste good, saben rico, okay? Okay, so normally, me and my dad, we would go to this small lake. We would go to the small lake and catch bluegills, okay? But there's one time that I can remember. I think I was maybe about 10 years old. Tenía 10 años. I was about 10 years old, okay? And we went with his friends on a big boat, okay? Un barco grande. We went on a big boat in a lake, un lago, a lake called Lake Michigan, okay? Now Lake Michigan, huge, giant, gigante, okay? Lake Michigan is huge. This is Lake Michigan, okay? Lake Michigan is one of the 5 Great Lakes, okay? Here in North America, we have 5 Great Lakes that are huge. They are huge, okay? They are bigger than some seas, okay? Bigger than some seas. So when you're on a boat in Lake Michigan, when you go in the middle, and you look, the lake is so big that you cannot see land, okay? You cannot see the shore, okay? You cannot see land in any direction. It's huge. It's like being in the middle of the ocean. It's huge, okay? Lake Michigan is huge. Lake Michigan is very big, and also there are very big fish in Lake Michigan, okay? So this was really cool. This was a cool experience that I had with my dad. When I made the video about my experiences with my dad. I did not remember this, okay? I did not remember this. But then John asked me to make a video about fishing. So I started to think, and I remembered this, okay? Because I was like 10 years old. But I caught a big fish, and my dad caught a big fish too. So I caught a big fish called a rainbow trout, okay? A rainbow trout. These are cool. These fish are cool. They have teeth. They have big sharp teeth, and they're big. They're big, okay? I caught a big rainbow trout, and my dad, he caught this fish. And it's called a king salmon, okay? My dad caught this fish. It took my dad like 45 minutes, 45 minutos, to catch this fish. Because it was fighting, okay? It was fighting so hard. But finally we caught it. So we ate that one. It was good. But something else happened that day. Something else happened that day that was not so good, okay? I had never been on a boat before, okay? I'd never been on a boat before, so I did not know that I get seasick, okay? What is seasick? Sick, enfermo, sea is mar. So I think you guys say enmareado or algo así. But seasick is when you get on a big boat and the water is going like this with waves, okay? Some people don't have any problem, okay? But some people get sick, okay? So I got sick. I was a little 10-year-old kid, and I was on this boat, and the water was moving like this, okay? And I got sick. I threw up, vomité. Lo siento, qué asco, yo sé. I threw up, but I threw up on the boat, okay? I threw up on the boat, en el barco. I was very embarrassed. I was embarrassed that I threw up on the boat. But the captain of the boat, El Capitan, he was cool. He was cool. He said, "Don't worry about it, buddy. It's okay. We'll clean it up." Okay, he was cool. So that day I caught a big fish, and I learned that I get seasick, okay? I got sick, but it was still a good memory that I have with my dad from way long ago, okay? So take your kids fishing. Take your kids fishing, it'll be a good memory in their future. So now, these days, hoy en día, I still like to fish. I go fishing with my buddies, my friends, my buddies, and my son, okay? So what kind of fish do we catch these days? Now I always like to go catfishing, okay? I like to catch catfish. Joan, do you have catfish where you go fishing? Do you have these? I like to go catfishing. And catfishing, we have a bait here. Déjame buscar cómo decir bait. Cebo de pesca, okay? Un cebo. So we use a bait like this, and we call it stink bait. Stink means, huele mal, okay? Y huele horrible. It smells really bad. So you do not want to get it on your hands, your fingers, because your fingers will smell. They'll smell really bad, okay? But catfish, they love this bait, okay? So you put this smelly bait on a hook, and the catfish, they come and eat it. My son, he likes to go fishing too. My son, he likes to go fishing with me too. This was my son when he caught his first catfish. He was so happy, okay? He caught his first catfish. So, those are some of the things I did in the past with fishing. Something that I would like to do in the future. So, when I was younger, I had a pet fish, okay? I had a pet mascota fish, okay? And it was this kind of fish. This fish is called an Oscar, okay? So in the future, I would love to go and fish and catch an Oscar. So I looked where Oscars are in the world. It says that they are in the Orinoco River, and this river is in Colombia and Venezuela. So maybe one day I will get to go and catch Oscar fish in Colombia, okay? So I think that fishing is great. Fishing is great because you can catch good food. Catch good food. You can spend quality time with your friends and family, okay? And you get to be outside. Puedes estar afuera de casa. So I enjoy fishing. I really enjoy fishing. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and that it was useful for you. Okay, mis amigos, como siempre, muchísimas gracias por ver. Nos vemos pronto.